I look bad. But I woke up really like happy, and then I started thinking about going to work, and I like got really depressed. And I feel like all negative emotions right now, and my body's starting to numb it out, right? But I am like thinking of how like at the job, like everyone like are uncomfortable around me, and like they don't really like me that like as much as they did. And so I was just thinking of what happened to each and every one, and I can find like little times where like I could have, where I made them become like where I made them like kind of like turn away or not like me or be uncomfortable around me. And so I'm like writing down all my experiences, and I'm writing like just stuff's coming to me, and I'm just writing it down. And I realize that every job I've had, I'll leave and I have this exact same thing happens where like they just don't like, the employees don't like me, the staff don't like me. And I know that, but it's like now I actually realized, and like I am feeling stuff. So when I was like feeling anxious, or I was sad because they were making fun of me, and then like how like my brain would just go on autopilot, and I don't even realize it until afterwards. And I'm writing down, I'm like, I did that same thing to this guy, and I did that same to this girl, and I made fun of this person, and they just don't want to be around me. And I make this person feel anxious, this person feel nervous. You know, it's just like my personality. It's like ingrained in me, like from childhood. And like I make people feel the way I am feeling now. I don't want to feel. So it's really sad because I burned another bridge. I just looked on the schedule, and they don't have a new schedule out. I'm not even on the schedule, which makes me really nervous. But it's like I can't call, I can't do anything because I burnt the bridge already. And this one took me 6 months to do. And I'm sad, and I feel like really guilty that I feel these emotions, and without even like thinking, I make other people feel this way. And I don't want to do that, but it's like it's just like a pattern. So like I won't even realize it until a couple days later, and I start journaling, and I realize that I was so rude to this person, or I was so mean to this person, and I really want to change, but it's like I don't realize I'm doing it. I don't know how to. I'm just not aware. It's like autopilot, you know. It just happens, and I burnt another bridge. That's 3 in this year. And yeah, I feel bad. But like I feel even worse because I know that even though I'm like aware of it now, and I'm journaling, and I feel these feelings, and I know how I make people feel, that tonight I will be on autopilot. I won't even like think. I will say something, and it might rub someone the wrong way, and then, you know, I won't even realize it, and I'll go home in a couple days. I'll start journaling, and I'll process, and I'll realize, oh my gosh, I was such a bitch to that person. And it's just like whenever it's just ingrained, like from my childhood, you know. I grew up with, you know, before I came home, my mom's schizophrenic, so she didn't understand like parenting. And I just remember always laying on the couch and just laying there. I wouldn't move. I just lay on the couch, and I'd look at the ceiling. And I took on so much of her personality, even though we never really had a relationship. I don't really remember her that much. And then it's like I go to this home, and everyone is mean to you. And it's not like it's mean in their own way. It's just everyone has trauma. there. Everyone comes from like crappy situations, and we can't get therapy, which we all need. We are just told to work, just move through it. And so we cope how we cope. And so like I had the best time there, but it's like everything I learned was so negative because that's just how like we cope. Like you don't have like therapists, you don't have people that you can talk. I mean, you can talk to people, but it's like you have 2 sets of house parents for 36 kids, you know, and they can only give you so much time. And so you just learn to cope and just how you cope. And, you know, I remember my earliest memories there. I remember like a couple days I was there and I was whining, you know, like what a normal 6-year-old do. And I remember I got swats for whining after like a month. And I remember, you know, all the older girls were like, I didn't have any hair because, you know, I was the only black kid there, which is, I didn't like, it wasn't like a racist experience. Like I really like had a good childhood, which could be just me coping and covering up. But I had pigtails and no hair in the back. And I remember, and I was super sensitive about my hair because I thought I looked like a boy. And I remember the older kids would call me Daredevil or something like that. Or and I remember I started crying, and my house parent was like, they're just joking, you're okay, go sit on your bed until you stop crying. And so I stopped crying, and then, you know, they kept calling me that, and I started laughing, haha, and then I would do that back. Like it was such a negative, like just like tough love, like just they that's just how we were raised, you know. And those were my early experiences. Just suck it up and move forward. And then before I can even remember it, I became the one like bullying other people, and then being like, it's like whenever they get like sensitive about it, I'd be like, bro, you need to suck it up, like, and just toughen out. And then they would become that person, and it would just go down. And so my whole experience, my earliest forms of connection were in a home with 36 other girls that had so much trauma and were going through stuff and couldn't, you know, trauma, if you don't heal it, it manifests. So it just gets worse. And so, you know, we're there and we're just taught to push through it or get saved, read the Bible. And so all of us have trauma and it just gets worse. And so those are my experiences, and I live in that cycle. And I'm like such a like mean person to other people, and then I'm like, what, like kind of like you need to be able to take it. But it's like, no, they don't need to be able to take it. Like it's just the way we were raised was not, and it's not anyone's fault because, you know, mental health wasn't like a thing back then, but the way we were raised was not ideal, and like you shouldn't be treating people like that. And so like, and I was there from 5 to 19. And so that was just how it was. That's how I grew up. And now, like, me realizing, even though like last year I went through so many jobs, and every job I left, it was the same experience, and I just never thought anything about it. But now, like, this is my second job this year that I went through, and I realized, and I'm like really embarrassed, and I'm really sad that I took down another job. And I'm happy that I get to like work through this, and I'm healing so I can process and journal. But it's really discouraging because I know that's just who I am. It's ingrained. It's my personality now. And so I know that I will go on autopilot tonight, and I will say something, make a quick comment, and I won't even know it. And then, you know, and it's discouraging because, you know, like I feel like I have no control. Like I just won't realize it. But yeah, I'm a little depressed. I'm really anxious because I wonder if the new schedule's if I'm gonna be on the new schedule or not. I guess that's how I'll find out. And yeah, I'll just go through like maybe a month of like being nervous and figuring out like if I can transfer and stuff like that, and then just restart. But I mean, I'm really happy for the healing I'm having. Like it's the healing's been amazing. I'm working through so much stuff, but it's just like the more you uncover, it's like the more you like, the more pops up, and the like it's just like I am like just trauma. Like it's not just one thing. Like I was raised on trauma. I am trauma through and through. I am just, every part of me has some type of trauma. Like that's just my personality is trauma. And because I never dealt with it, I was told my whole life just to work through it. It manifested. And so it manifested so bad that I have derealization, I have depersonalization, I have bad anxiety, I have bad germophobia. If someone puts and I was never like that until like a month ago. I went through a psychotic break. I have dead eyes. I went through a limerick relationship with someone I just saw. I am like obsessedly stalking someone that from church that I don't even know, but I'm stalking him, and I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I feel like a connection to someone I've never talked to, but I've seen. And I am scared of everything. I'm scared of relationships. I'm scared of talking to people because I'm scared they're going to judge me. And it's just like every part of me is just raised on trauma. I am trauma. My insides is like, I understand why I have such a hard shell on the outside and why I don't let anyone in, because my inside, I'm like hanging on by a thread. I'm hanging on by a thread. And like every time I work through something and I start feeling emotions, like that emotion literally is like, it's so powerful. It takes me out. Like a couple days I felt like I was sad because someone was making fun of me. For the first time in my whole life, I felt what it feels like just for someone to make fun of you and you feel sad. They said that I had serial killer eyes, and I literally was thinking about suicide. That's how like much like just one little emotion it can take you out. And like I'm by myself, and I'm healing, and I'm working through it. I'm strong and I'm resilient. I've been through so much crap, and I'm still here. I am just I'm doing it, but it's just like it sucks doing it alone. But then you realize like you can't really have anyone close to you, because then I'm scared that they're gonna judge me. Also, I grew up sheltered, so and I don't really know how to, I'm like that weird homeschool kid, but I don't really know how to like communicate and like vibe with other people. They have to vibe with me, and then eventually they get tired of it and they're like, okay, I'm done. But yeah, I'm just starting the healing process. Well, I mean, I've done it for a year, but like I've actually like been really like working through it like a lot this past like month. And I mean, for a month I went through a lot. I've learned a lot, which is good. I'm building a relationship with myself, and every time I feel something now, I understand that it's emotions. Like when I feel depressed, I understand I have a trapped emotions, and I know I have to journal to release it, to understand, because I just wake up and I feel depressed. I don't know why. My brain doesn't like connect the dots yet. So I have to journal, and when I journal, I'll just like start and like, what's it called? Journal of like consciousness. So I'll just start, and then like whatever comes out, and so then I'll realize, oh wow, I'm depressed because I treated them like crap, and I know that I'm gonna keep treating them like crap, not because I want to, but because that is my personality. I don't know what my personality is, or I'm depressed because I started talking to this person like as a friend, and I know that I can only get so close before my body starts like rejecting that person, so that I'll just stop talking to that person. I don't realize I do it, you know, and that's exactly what happened at this place. But it's just so crazy, and like the links that I will go to, you know, like over there. I told everyone thinks that I'm like from a psych ward and that I am on like crazy psych medicines. I told them that, and they believe that because I don't know how else to explain like how I go through like all these different emotions. I dissociate. I am like super buddy close to you for a couple months, and then I can't make eye contact. I can't talk to you. Like, I don't know how to explain that. How I go to work and I'd be a completely different person. They don't understand dissociation. And when you're dissociated all day, staying inside, not going outside, and then you have to go to work and then try to talk to people and be like buddy, you know, and I hate serving, but then I have to serve because it's the only like, it's the only good paying job that you don't have to have like a degree or anything for. And I know that like it'd be hard for me to get any job because I have such like crazy features. So I am feeling better right now that I journaled for what is it, 2 pages, 2.5 pages, and then I just let out some emotions that I didn't even know I was feeling. I just started talking, it came out. But actually I'm starting to feel better again because I don't feel like I'm processed it, and I cried and processed it out. So I feel good now. See, that's crazy how my emotions are. I was like literally depressed, and now I feel good. I'm probably gonna go get something to eat or whatever. But I am scared that like I start healing and then like I uncover like crazy trauma, like crazy, I don't know. Because the more I heal, the more I feel, the more I start uncovering stuff and like that I never knew about myself. And I'm scared that I'm gonna uncover something that like I should just keep hidden, you know. But I'm really thankful for this journey. And yeah, well, so today I'm gonna go to work. I'm probably gonna drug myself, take 2 Benadryls, so I can get through the shift. I really feel nervous and tired than anxious, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will wait till tomorrow to see if I am on the new schedule, if I still have the job. So that's what I'll do. If not, then I'm gonna cry, and then I'm gonna just restart, and then I'm gonna try to bring in everything I'm learning right now, and like take that into my healing journey. So that's that.